All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. This is Aaliyah Bunch at EMSDC, and we have Diego here from the Inner City Capital Connections Program. So if you guys just give me just a few seconds, we're going to give folks a few more seconds to log in, making sure that we get everyone in the room today. So just a few minutes and we'll get started. So just to let everyone know that this is a recorded session. So I'm just going to go on and get started so that we can make most use of our time today. But again, my name is Aaliyah Bunch. I want to thank everybody for joining us on this quarterly session or Opportunity Connect. Every quarter, we try to bring in some of our resource partners that have amazing opportunities for our MBEs. This month, we have the Inner City Capital Connections Program for New Jersey businesses. And I'm really excited to share this information about the capacity building program or accelerator or whatever you guys want to call it. Please listen to all the details. If you have any questions, we'll be able to share the presentation afterwards and provide the contact information for Diego and his colleagues to be able to follow up with any questions you have about the program. So just to give you some of the house overview or housekeeping views, please feel free to introduce your company or your business in our chat. Always take advantage of the networking opportunities that we have here during our webinars. And if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in our Q&A. We will go through the presentation and Diego will be happy to answer any questions during the Q&A after the presentation. So utilize the Q&A, introduce yourself in the chat. Please check out emsdc.org if you want to look at any of our upcoming events that's coming up. We have a lot of grant opportunities and a lot of information that's sent from our resource partners that's listed in on our Essentials tab on our website. And just to also let you know, all of our sessions, all of our webinars, and all of our events are also located on our video library. If you happen to miss any of our events, please check out the video library to see if there's a recording or a recap so that you could take advantage of learning that information and sharing it with your business. So good afternoon again, and I'm going to turn it over to Diego so he can tell you more about what he does and more about his organization. Thank you, Diego.
Thank you, Aaliyah, and I want to thank Meg as well for opening this space for us. I am going to take a few minutes to talk specifically about the Inner City Capital Connections Program. My name is Diego Portillo Masal. I'm the director of the program. I'm joined today by my colleague Laura Kwan, who is one of the program coordinators helping to put together this session in New Jersey. Before I get into the New Jersey specifics, I also want to tell you a little bit about ICCC, and you'll see in the logos at the bottom, ICIC. So it is a little bit of an alphabet soup. So let me tell you a little bit about us. I want to thank the sponsors that help us bring this together in New Jersey, and specifically I want to thank Santander Bank. You'll see also in the next slide a long list of partners and sponsors that allow us to bring this program across 14 geographies in both in the US and in Canada, and host a national Latinx cohort entirely in Spanish. This program was started in 2005 with a grant from Bank of America, and we're very proud that they have continued to sponsor our work for the last 18 years. In New Jersey specifically, you'll see some of the partners that have nominated and helped get the word out to small business owners in the last couple of years about our program. I want to tell you, we'll go again into who we are. So just to give you a little bit of history, ICCC, the program, is a program created by ICIC, the national organization. ICIC was created in the early 90s by Harvard Business School professor Michael Porter, originally as a research organization to be the leading authority on US underserved economies and the businesses that thrive there. Once we started that work as a research organization, soon after that, the question became, why invest in inner cities when there's nothing there but barbershops and check cashing places, and none of those are set to scale? Our first response was an award program to recognize the fastest growing businesses across the US in under-resourced communities, our Inner City 100 Awards that continues to this day, just proving that there are strong, vibrant businesses trying to grow and that are growing and employing people in under-resourced communities. Soon after that, our question became to small business owners, what is the biggest obstacle to your growth? And in 2004, the research was that the biggest obstacle for small business owners was access to capital. Today, I would say it's still top 3 for most business owners, and not just the access to capital, but also the knowledge of capital. So we created a tuition-free 40-hour training program designed to give you the capacity building education, one-on-one coaching, and knowledge and access to capital and capital providers. Laura, we'll go to the next slide, if you please. You'll see here, I mentioned that we are in 14 geographies this year across the US and in Canada, with a couple of those cohorts being virtual, covering our Latinx national cohort held entirely in Spanish, our Kaiser Permanente national cohort covering the Kaiser Permanente footprint across the country, as well as many in-person cohorts, such as the one we will be having in New Jersey later this year. So, obviously, what you want to know is, are we doing well? And yes, we trained over 5,800 businesses in our history. Most of those businesses are well-established businesses, and you can see that those businesses have created over 26,000 jobs that we can track, have grown rapidly, and have raised a total of $2.4 billion in capital. Again, these are just the ones we can track. Alumni are asked to fill out a survey every year, and we hope that if you join the program next year, you will fill out the survey for us. Laura, we'll go to the next. In New Jersey specifically, you can see that we've had 2 cohorts in the last couple of years, mostly in virtual form, and those business owners have been 87% BIPOC-owned businesses, and more than 2/3 of the businesses have been owned by women. This average revenue growth still looks fairly mild, mostly because only about half of those business owners have been surveyed. The other half will be surveyed this summer. Laura, we'll go on to the next one, if you please. At this point, let's get into what is the program specifically. I mentioned that this is a 40-hour training program. This program is delivered sort of in a hybrid fashion. First, you will join the opening seminar. The opening seminar will be held in person in Newark next month. That day, we will bring graduate level professors to teach, who are all experts in teaching executive education to small business owners, to teach strategy, marketing, talent management, entrepreneurial finance. We'll do some networking, and we'll close with a panel of resource providers. Those would be different types of capital providers, coaching providers, grant makers, and any other resources, both at the local and national level. Once you complete the opening seminar, you'll be invited to join our digital learning platform. The digital learning platform contains a number of exercises and different tools that you can use immediately in your business. And then we invite you to watch some webinars. We will host somewhere between 15 and 30 webinars a year. These are live and then recorded. So you can watch the ones in our library or watch them live as they come along. These webinars tend to last about an hour, and we ask that you choose at least 6 that most apply to your business. You'll also get a communication from us asking you if you want to engage in coaching. And coaching takes 2 main tracks: general business coaching, basically, again, strategy, marketing, talent management, just having a mentor, doing checkups, or it's something that you're particularly working on right now and needs some further advice. And we'll connect you to partners like SCORE, the SBDCs, the WEBEX, an organization that we do a lot of work with out of Oakland, California, called Pacific Community Ventures, and others. So we're able to tailor your coaching experience and make the right introduction for what you are trying to achieve, whether that's connect you to an organization that excels in working in your industry, or one that is well connected to government contracting, or one that excels in working with veterans, but we can find the right partner for you. And then you'll be asked about capital coaching. If you are interested in capital coaching, we will have you do some free work, put together some documents, put together your pitch deck, and then we'll ask a banker, an equity provider, a CDFI lender to take off their name badge, and over the course of 2 sessions, give you their feedback on what you are trying to do and how to best improve your capital access question. The last part of this program is our annual conference. This will be held in person in Miami in the second week of December. We will expect somewhere around 800 of our business owners from across the country and Canada to join us for 2 days of continued education, networking, our Kindler Gentler Shark Tank, the handing out of the IC 100 awards, and so many other inspirational moments. Participants who complete all 40 hours and all 4 elements of the program will have access to a $2,000 grant. This will be handed out in early 2024, as the time for completion of those 40 hours will extend into mid-January of 2024. So what you can see is that about 20 of the hours are in person in those particular moments, so the opening seminar and the annual conference, and then the rest of it is a lot more open for you to do at your own pace between the start of the program and mid-January of 2024. A number of our business owners watch the digital learning series late at night, or when they have an hour, or on the weekends, or whenever they have an opportunity to take a moment to do some of this work. The coaching, you can find a coaching partner that can meet you virtually at a convenient time for you. So we can work on that national coaching partnership to find the right coaching for you. Or I'll have you jump ahead. Again, some of the takeaways for small business owners out of this program. The first, obviously, growth strategies. How do you get to the next level, or how do you pivot again, or continue to pivot as you've done in the past. Pathways to capital, as I mentioned, understanding what's out there, understanding who best to reach out to for your capital needs at a given point in time. Not every dollar is the same, not every lender is the same, not every equity provider is the same. So having the opportunity to learn more and figure out what it is that you need at this point and how to ask the right person, the right partner at the right moment. Building of community, not only learning from them, getting support from them, but about 75% of the businesses that have gone through our program end up doing business with at least another business in their cohort. And then finally, of course, the one-on-one coaching that I spoke of. These are the main takeaways that we hope you get out of the program. And the flexibility, I think, is huge. The fact that business owners who are looking for capital can focus on that capital ask. Business owners who are not actively looking for capital at the moment, but are more interested in developing a team culture and working on their talent management and leadership can do that. People who are saying right now, I just need to do a quick marketing plan of some sort, that's available too. So you can't really tailor this to the current needs of your business. Go ahead, Laura. Who are we reaching out to? It's, again, established businesses in under-resourced communities. What that means is we'd like to see the owner of the business or the decision maker in the business in the room, and whether those are for-profits or non-profits, partnerships or proprietorships, those are all types of different businesses that we deal with. They're headquartered, work primarily in or recruit primarily from an economically distressed area, whether that be LMI tracts, whether that be opportunity zones, or other definitions of economically distressed areas. If you have any questions about your qualifications for that, please just call our team and we're happy to work with you on that. Have had revenues for at least 3 years with an average annual revenue of 150,000. Again, this criteria is a little more fungible, just knowing that it really varies by industry. It's not the same thing making $150,000 for a construction company than it is for a daycare or a barbershop or a small restaurant and cafe. So don't let that disqualify you. Please connect with our team and let them know your story. What we want to see is that your past startup. There are some great programs that support startup entrepreneurs and help them through those pains. We're looking for the business owners who are at growth stage, who maybe have been around for a while. The average age of the businesses in our program is closer to 10 years. These are businesses that have started, have grown organically, are doing okay. The business owners are incredibly busy and they just need a moment to take a moment to think about their strategy, to work on their business instead of in their business and get to their next step. Laura will go on. And again, I think this is the big thing is the date of the start of the program is July 19th. Would love to have your application, would love to have you in the program, and look forward to seeing you there. And with that, Aaliyah, I will open it up for questions.
Nice. Thank you so much, Diego. And I want to look in the Q&A to see if we have any questions thus far, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I was really excited when I heard about this program. We've been learning about a lot of different programs and accelerators, industry specific programs. And when I heard about this one, I was like, I really wanted to not only highlight this to our New Jersey businesses, but find a way that we can also bring this cohort and possibly be able to bring it to another part of our region. So thank you, Diego, for sharing these details. I wanted to also see if there's anybody that is interested in joining the cohort on the 19th. Please let me know, because I do owe Marinese some nominations still. And I'm going to send over a few businesses that I think may be able to take advantage of this program. But this info session was put together simply just to make sure you guys understood all the details and make sure that you were understanding the criteria. And if you had any questions, that you'll be able to speak with a representative of the ICIC team one-on-one. So
let me take a couple of things that I'm not sure I highlighted enough. The first one is that it's tuition free. So there is no cost to this program, thanks to the generosity of Santander. The only costs to you are obviously getting over to Newark on that date. And then if you choose to go to the annual conference in Miami, again, that's on you. If you finish the Miami conference, you can qualify for that grant and probably get back the money that it costs you to go to Miami.
Thank you. Thank you for mentioning that. I do think that we did lead with the fact that it's tuition free. A lot of people don't believe that. They're like, wait a minute. But you will be, you will be spending your time wisely. I do love the part about the national conference at the end. Diego, how many people did you say was a part of the alumni group that may attend that conference in Miami?
Oh, we have over 7,000 alumni at this point. 800 or so businesses is the number of businesses that I expect to go through the program this year across the country. And so that's the New Jersey cohort will likely be somewhere between 75 and 100 businesses from New Jersey participating together. So there's a great opportunity. For those of you who are not in Newark,
yes,
the requirement is that you visit Newark on that one day. So the rest of the program is anywhere. It's virtual, it's across the state. So it's not as cumbersome as some programs that are saying that have multiple classes. You're not coming to Newark 10 times over the next 10 weeks. It's one time. I saw a question in there about Philadelphia.
Live in Philadelphia,
Yes.
are we eligible?
Absolutely eligible. We
Nice.
do not have a Philadelphia program this year, unfortunately. So yes, you are eligible to participate in New Jersey. You're eligible to participate in our programs in Baltimore or DC. So take a look at what's the most convenient travel for you and the best dates, and be in touch with Laura or someone on our team about where you might best be suited for participation.
And thank you for your question. Thank you for clarifying that, because I do think that I thought it was only for New Jersey businesses. So I will be sharing this to the whole network so that they can look at this video recap and they'll be able to take advantage of possibly signing up. So thank you for that question. Kenny Wooten, do we need to be a
I know you guys don't really like New York, but they are eligible too.
Nice. And I did see our resource partners from New York, New Jersey. So they did learn about the program and they've been doing their own info sessions throughout that part of the region. But I will definitely tag them in and let them know that we had the opportunity to share the information today. Do they need to be a registered MBE, Diego? We shared
They do not need to be registered. We will ask about how you identify as the business owner. We'll also ask you about registration. purely for statistical reasons. You will see some additional programming later this year on procurement and government contracting. So there will be enough people there talking about the benefits and pros and cons of registering and what you want to do as an MBE, but you do not have to be registered to be part of this program.
That was a great question. Thank you, Kenny, for asking that. You guys are educating me too. So if you know any other businesses that are in New Jersey or in the inner city that may be able to benefit from this program, please share that information and let them know about the upcoming cohort. I have a question, Diego. Do you guys, well, I probably should look on your website before I ask you this. Do you guys have a list of the dates for the upcoming cohorts that are in the other parts of the country? Like I heard you say that you have a virtual one that's going to be in Spanish. Can we have some dates so that we can make sure that we get follow-up questions? We can let them know when the next upcoming cohort is.
Aaliyah, we'll get you the full calendar, but those dates are also available on the website for all. That will share basically all the geographies we're in and all the dates for those sessions.
Perfect. All right,
so
guys.
Baltimore, DC, Western Massachusetts. We just finished our sessions in Boston and in Chicago, and we're doing our Memphis cohort next week. So there is probably a cohort just about every week between now and October.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. And that annual conference is in October?
In Miami, the second week of December.
Okay, December, okay.
December 11th and 12th.
Well, who doesn't want to be in Miami in December? You guys can.
I agree. We used to do this conference in Boston prior to the pandemic, and Boston in December and Miami in December are quite different experiences.
Nice. So there we go, guys. Just a few other pointers about that calendar. Just check your calendars. Let's get working on your business and not just in your business. And when you said that, it was like, yes, Diego, because I say that all the time. Our business owners are, so working steady on your business every day. You got to take some time so that we could get you help scale your business and move on to some other things. So thank you, Laura, for placing that application in the chat. I do believe Kenny just asked for that. Anybody needs any information, I'm sure we'll be following up with all of our registered attendees with this information as well, but you could also grab it out the chat. And where can I apply, Kenny? The application is there.
Laura, can you also drop your email in the chat box so any participants who have further questions after we're done here can follow up with you?
Directly, Laura. Oh yeah, looks like Laura put her email here in the chat as well. I don't see anything in the chat, sorry. Okay.
Kenny, can you?
Oh, I'm sorry, wait a minute, Laura. I think we shared it to each other. So we're having our own conversation in the chat. 1 second, thank you for mentioning. Okay, Laura just reposted it to everyone. Kenny, thank you for that. So you guys have any questions? No worries. I had to pay attention to that. I do that all the time. So thank you again, Diego. And then does anybody else have any other questions? Will we be sharing this presentation, Diego and Laura? Is that
we'll share the presentation with you as well as the 2-page marketing material so that people have all the information in short version and in more detail as we've had this conversation.
Perfect. So if you guys missed anything or you need a reference, we will be sharing the presentation. And I just wanted to make sure you guys didn't have any more questions about the criteria. I think that Diego explained it perfectly, so we didn't have as many questions about that.
No, the only thing I would say is July is fast approaching, so please, if you are thinking about it, please go through and apply now, and we'll look forward to seeing you in New Jersey next month. So
it actually starts on July 19th, so you need to sign up prior to. So that's why we wanted to have this info session more sooner than later to get you guys the information prior to the launch. So thank you again, Diego. I'm going to just make sure that we don't have any more questions. Thank you, Meg. Meg is amazing. She's going to make sure we get all this information to you guys, just in case you need any more details or you want to have this for your, to share with anyone else. So all the cohorts and dates are listed on information that Laura just sent over as well. So thank you again for that, Laura. Thank you. I want to say the lady on the flower, Marini, is the one that I actually met and told me about the program. So I want to thank her, even though she wasn't able to make it today. I appreciate her sending her wonderful team out and making sure that we get this information to our partners in the region. So if anybody else doesn't have any questions, and Diego, thank you again. I'm going to blast this out to my Philadelphia businesses and businesses across the region, since I know that was not one of the criteria, that they do not have to be from New Jersey. So thank you for mentioning that as well.
Well, thank you. And thanks, Meg, again for opening this space, and look forward to seeing you all. Leah, I look forward to seeing you and Meg at the event.
Yes, I'm gonna try to get to Miami. I might have to join this cohort myself.
There we go.
Thank you
much.
All right, you have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.